Good afternoon, Hope Center Ministries. Latasha McMiller here, and I am back today with you guys for our 40-day Love Dare Challenge, day number 11. And for day number 11, Love Cherishes. Day number 11, 40-day Love Dare Challenge, Love Cherishes. Ephesians 5:28 says, husbands ought to also love their own wives as they love their own bodies. Consider these two scenarios. A man's older car begins having serious trouble, so he takes it to his mechanic. After an assessment is made, he is told it will need a complete overhaul, which would tax his limited budget. Because of the expensive repairs, he determines to get rid of the car and spend his funds on a new vehicle. Seems reasonable, right? Second scenario, another man, an engineer, accidentally crushes his hand in a piece of equipment. He rushes to the hospital and he has it x-rayed. Finding that numerous bones are broken, although frustrated and in pain, he willingly uses his savings to have it doctored and placed in a cast. Then gingerly nurses take it back to health over the following months. This too probably seems reasonable to you, right? The problem within our culture is that marriage is more often treated like a first scenario, a discardable possession. When your relationship experiences becomes difficult, you are urged to dump your spouse for a newer model. But those who have this view do not understand the significant bond between a husband and a wife. The truth is, marriage is more like the second scenario. You are a part of another. You would never cut off your hand if it was injured, but you would pay whatever you had to for the best medical treatment possible. And that's because your hand is priceless to you. It is a part of who you are. And so is your mate. So marriage is a beautiful mystery created by God, joining two lives together as one. This not only happens physically, but spiritually and emotionally. You start off sharing the same house, the same bed, the same last name. Your identity as individuals has been joined together as one. When you find success at your job, both of you should rejoice. When one of you goes through a tragedy, both of you feel it. But somewhere along the way, you experience disappointment and pain. Your relationships get broken. The sobering reality that you married a very imperfect person sets in. This, however, does not change the fact that your spouse is still a part of you. Ephesians 5:28 through 29 says, husbands ought to also love their own wives as their own bodies. He who loves his own wife loves himself, for no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes it and cherishes it. The word cherish means to make warm. Imagine a newborn baby who feels alone, cold, hungry, and afraid, longing to be held. Then his new mother lovingly picks him up, nursing, caressing, and holding her infant child. 1 Thessalonians 2:7. Her careful attention and tender affection warms her baby both physically and emotionally. This is the biblical picture of how a husband and a wife are to cherish one another. Life is cold and unpredictable. Everyday stress can wear us down. Relationships can sometimes be hard and go through seasons of winter instead of those warm days of spring. It is our responsibility, above every other person on the face of the earth, to step in and to tenderly touch, caress, and warm the life in the heart of our spouse. Much of this cherishing can be done in how we gently touch our mate in a non-sexual way. Coming up behind your wife at the sink and kissing her on the neck. Reaching over in the car and caressing his arm. Putting your arm around her while sitting on the couch. Walking closely beside him and taking his hand. Holding her while you watch a movie together. Nourishing them with the warmth of your affection. Remember, when you show love to your spouse, you're showing love to yourself as well. But there is a flip side to this coin. When you mistreat your mate, you're also mistreating yourself. Think about it. Your lives are now interwoven as one together. Your spouse cannot experience joy or pain, blessings or cursing without it also affecting you. So when you attack your mate, it is like attacking your own body. It's time to let love change your thinking. It's time for you to realize that your spouse is as much a part of you as your hand, your eyes, or your heart. She too needs to be loved and cherished. If she has brokenness and issues causing pain or frustration, then you should nourish and cherish her with the same love and tenderness as you would a bodily injury to yourself. If he is wounded in some way, you should think of yourself as an instrument that helps brings warmth and healing to his life. In light of this, think about how you can treat your spouse's physical body. Do you cherish it as your own? Do you treat it with respect or tenderness? Do you take pleasure in who they are, or do you make them feel foolish or embarrassed? Just as you guard the safety and well-being of your own body, you should treasure every part of your spouse as a priceless gift. Whenever a husband looks into the eyes of his wife, he should remember that he who loves his wife loves himself. And a wife should remember that when she loves him, she is also giving love and honor to herself. When you look at your mate, you are looking at a part of you. So treat her well. Speak highly of him. Nourish and cherish the love of your life. So today's Dare challenge is, how can you warm the heart of your spouse today? Look for opportunities to bring warmth to the coldness in his or her life. If possible, give them an unexpected tender touch. Choose a gesture that says, I cherish you, and do it with sincerity. Do it with sincerity. Okay, so again, on your in your journals or whatever you're keeping note of all this stuff with, ask yourself this question: how did you choose to show that you cherished your mate today? And what did you learn from the experience? Amen. So this is awesome, guys. So yes, let's start loving. We're gonna love, 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 love on purpose. Amen. So I'll see you guys back here with the next Love Dare challenge. Love you guys. Bye.